The world of BTS fans is again crowded by a small detail that may seem trivial to some people, but instead becomes a big topic of conversation among the army. As often happens in BTS's long journey, simple things involving two members are often able to trigger various speculations and interesting theories. This time, the spotlight is focused on two figures who have very close friendships, namely Jungkook and Park Jimin. The conversation started from the appearance of a small detail that was caught by the sharp eyes of the fans. In the era of social media that moves very fast, one piece of image, facial expression, to simple gestures can spread around the world in just a matter of minutes. It is not surprising that every movement of BTS members is always the attention of millions of pairs of eyes who follow their activities from various countries. ARMY is known as one of the most active and detailed fandoms in observing every moment related to BTS. They often find things that even escape the attention of many people. Therefore, when a small detail involving Jungkook and Jimin appeared to the public, various theories immediately popped up without being able to stop. Many fans began to discuss the possibility of a hidden meaning behind the moment. Some believe that it is just an ordinary coincidence that does not need to be exaggerated. But some others feel that there is something interesting to pay attention to because its appearance is considered unusual. This kind of phenomenon is actually not a new thing. For many years, Jungkook and Jimin's friendship has always been one of the favorite topics among BTS fans. Both of them are known to have a unique closeness. Since the trainee period until becoming a global star, they have gone through many experiences together. Their moments together are often a source of happiness for the fans. What makes this situation even more interesting is how a very small detail can create a big wave of discussion on various social media platforms. In a short time, thousands of comments began to appear. Fans exchange opinions, compare old photos, even try to connect the latest events with various moments that have happened before. Some ARMY think that the new theory shows that there is a secret communication between the two idols. They try to find patterns from various previous appearances and compose a narrative that they think makes sense. However, not a few also remind that all of that is just speculation that is not necessarily in accordance with reality. Interestingly, this debate took place in a fairly positive way. Many fans actually enjoy the process of analyzing various details as a form of fun in following BTS's journey. They are not always looking for a definite answer, but rather enjoy togetherness in discussing and sharing views. On the other hand, Korean pop culture observers see this phenomenon as evidence of a strong emotional relationship between BTS and their fans. After years at the top of the global music industry, BTS managed to build a very close relationship with their fandom. That closeness makes every small moment feel like it has a bigger meaning. Jungkook's name itself has always been the center of attention because of his status as one of the most popular idols in the world. Every appearance is almost always in the news. Even when he only shows a simple expression or wears certain accessories, it can be a hot topic for days. The same thing also applies to Jimin. Known for his warm personality and attention to the people around him, Jimin has a huge fan base. The combination of Jungkook and Jimin's popularity makes every interaction between them almost certainly attract public attention. Not a few fans feel that theories like this actually show how much love ARMY has for the BTS members. They pay attention to small details because they have followed the group's journey for many years. Many grew up with BTS music, going through various phases of life with songs that become a source of spirit and inspiration. Because of that, when a detail appears that is considered different from usual, a big reaction from fans becomes something natural. They feel emotionally connected and want to understand every story that may be hidden behind the moment. However, some fans also remind the importance of maintaining the boundary between facts and speculations. Until now, there is no official statement confirming the various theories that are circulating. All the discussions that appear are still in the realm of fan interpretation. But that's where the attraction lies. The world of BTS is always filled with stories born from simple interactions, old memories, and relationships that have been established for many years. Fans not only enjoy their music, but also a friendship journey that is displayed naturally from time to time. In the midst of the rapid flow of information and speculation, one thing that has not changed is the admiration of fans towards the relationship between Jungkook and Jimin. Many see the two as an example of a friendship that survives through various challenges. From stressful training periods to grand stages around the world, they have shared so many memories together. Now, the small details that triggered the new theory may still be a mystery. It could be that it doesn't have a special meaning. It could be just a coincidence that is then magnified by the imagination of the fans. But whatever the answer is, one thing is certain. ARMY has an interesting topic to talk about again. And like many other little mysteries in the history of BTS, maybe the real answer will never be revealed clearly. But it is precisely the uncertainty that makes the discussion continue to live. Fans will continue to observe, analyze, and share their own theories. Meanwhile, Jungkook and Jimin remain two figures who are able to unite millions of people through works, friendships, and simple moments that often turn into big stories. A small detail may seem meaningless to some people, but for ARMY, that small detail is what sometimes gives birth to the most interesting story to remember. And now, the new theory continues to circulate, provoking curiosity, giving rise to various interpretations, and making many fans wonder, is this just an ordinary coincidence? Or is there another story that the public has not yet known? Until the answer appears, if it is revealed one day, this small mystery of Jungkook and Jimin seems to continue to be a hot topic of discussion throughout the ARMY community in the world. The expanding conversation finally created an interesting phenomenon among fans. In a matter of hours, various uploads that discussed these small details began to fill the social media homepage. Some make a video analysis that lasts a few minutes. Some compile a series of photos from previous years to try to find a connection that many people may not realize. The more people who discuss, the greater the curiosity that arises. What makes this situation even more unique is the fact that there is not a single piece of evidence that can really explain what really happened. It all started from a moment that lasted very short. But as often happens in the world of BTS, moments that only last for a few seconds can turn into a discussion material for weeks. Some fans are starting to recall Jungkook and Jimin's long journey since the early days of their debut. Many argue that the relationship between the two always has an interesting story that is invisible on the surface. They are not only a group mate, but also two people who grew up together under the pressure of a very competitive entertainment industry. When BTS was still struggling to get public attention, Jungkook was known as the youngest member who had to adapt to a new life away from his family. At the same time, Jimin also faces various challenges as a trainee who tries to prove himself worthy of being in the group. In various interviews over the years, the BTS members have revealed several times how they support each other in those difficult times. Because of that background, many ARMY believe that Jungkook and Jimin's relationship has an emotional depth that cannot be understood just from what is seen in front of the camera. They have been through so many experiences together, from non-stop practice, busy schedules, to the pressure of becoming a global artist who is always under the world's spotlight. Maybe that's the reason why every small detail that involves them always attracts great attention. For some fans, that detail is not just an ordinary event. They see it as part of a long story that continues to grow year after year. In the midst of speculation, there are also fans who try to see this situation from a simpler point of view. They think that not everything has to have a hidden meaning. Sometimes a smile is just a smile. A look is just a look. And a coincidence may be just a coincidence. But interestingly, even a group of fans who think so still follow the development of the discussion. They may not believe in the circulating theory, but they are still curious about how the army community around the world responds to the phenomenon. This phenomenon once again shows how strong the influence of BTS is in global popular culture. Not many artists are able to create a conversation this big just from a small detail that is not even intentional. This is proof that the relationship between BTS and their fans has grown far beyond the normal relationship between artists and listeners. Many fans admit that they feel grown up with the BTS members. They witnessed Jungkook's change from a shy teenager to a confident international star. They also saw how Jimin developed into a figure known for his hard work, sincerity, and dedication to music. Because they have been following the journey for many years, the fans feel that they have a very strong emotional bond. Every new development, no matter how small, feels important to them. Even a detail that may not be realized by others can be a source of excitement, curiosity, and long discussions. Meanwhile, various theories continue to emerge. Some believe that the detail is a form of respect for old memories. Some consider it a funny coincidence. There are also those who argue that fans go too far in interpreting something that is actually very simple. No one really knows which one is closest to reality. And maybe that's what makes this topic continue. Mysteries that do not have an answer are often much more interesting than facts that everyone already knows. In various international fan communities, the discussion about Jungkook and Jimin even developed into a broader discussion about the meaning of friendship. Many say that whatever theory is circulating, the most important thing is to see how the two idols have always shown mutual respect and support over the years. As the world continues to change and the entertainment industry becomes increasingly competitive, long-lasting relationships often become rare. Because of that, many ARMY feel inspired by the friendship they see among the BTS members, including Jungkook and Jimin. Now, the curiosity still hasn't subsided. Every new upload, every new photo, and every new public appearance continues to be watched attentively. Fans are wondering if one day there will be another clue that can explain the small details that are being talked about. Until then, theory after theory is likely to continue to be born. Some will be forgotten, others may continue to be remembered as one of the little mysteries that once made the entire army busy looking for answers. And like many other interesting stories on BTS's journey, this story seems to be far from the end. That's where the attraction lies. A small detail, a brief moment, but enough to make millions of fans around the world stop for a moment, take a closer look, and ask curiously, what exactly is going on behind all this?